Good evening and welcome to another episode of Play-by-Play Off Air and Online. As you can see, we're into the last week of November and I decided I'm going to bring out the handlebars for the final episode. So I hope you're enjoying my handlebars. Please leave some messages in the comments so that I can put my co-hosts to sleep as to the fact that this actually looks really good on me. Anyway, nonetheless, without further ado, you definitely tune into what's going to be, I think, probably the most well-debated, big discussions spoken about that you've ever watched on Play-by-Play Off Air and Online. Of course, I came neutral, so as you can see, I'm wearing Lionel Messi. I'm wearing Lionel Messi Inter Miami t-shirt this afternoon, or this evening rather. But my co-hosts are not so neutral. And so, without further ado, I'm going to leave it to them to introduce themselves and the reason for wearing what they're wearing. Tara Lee, we'll start with you.
Okay, as you mentioned, I'm Tara Lee. I'm wearing my Liverpool top proudly because, you know what, they may be not having the best run right now. Arne Slot maybe doesn't know what he's doing, but on paper, this is still an all-star cast and things will definitely be turning around. Let's speak to Adrian.
Firstly, hello Morgan, my fellow mustache brother.
Yours is actually looking well groomed.
I couldn't pull off the handle.
Couldn't you pull off the handballs? You don't have enough hair.
I'm not sure you're pulling it off.
No, what do you mean? This is excellent.
It's hanging on for dear life.
Excellent. I just shaved too early. If I had known that the handlebars was the theme, I would have kept them as well. But
Okay.
Fair enough.
Okay.
Maybe it's for the better that we don't have two handlebars.
Can you just please explain to Tara what November is all about? I mean,
Tara, you know what November's about.
I do,
Yes.
but I didn't know that the decision was to go with that moustache
No, you
first.
gotta
I thought you just grow it out.
You gotta go with any
I didn't
moustache.
know about perfectly manicured moustaches for November.
We like diversity, so we want to see every kind of moustache out there, so that we get the word out there, and that men start talking about their problems. That's
And men actually go for checkups because it's important.
100%.
When was the last time you had your prostate checked?
You know
or
what,
even a blood test?
You know what? Not anytime recently.
Yeah, and that's the problem. So you're
think it's
preaching,
time.
but are you practicing?
I think it's time. In fact,
Anyway.
I think we should do one live on air.
No, please, you're not doing that. There's no way you're doing that.
Morgan
Listen,
and I are sliding up.
I will not be involved in that.
prostate exam.
Don't Morgan and I. Like, you
Well,
check
it's important. It's important.
You do your thing, I do mine, right? We can talk about our problems together.
Yes.
We'll talk about, listen, we can unpack a lot of Tara's problems today, unfortunately. So we might as well start there, right?
Oh, start
Based
there.
on what you're wearing, there's not too much problems with the Springboks.
Exactly. I thought that, I was debating. I was like, either I'm going to wear my Man United shirt or I'm going to wear my Springbok shirt. But I wanted to go with positivity. So
Because you knew that Man United wasn't really doing really well
So I
yesterday.
went with the Springbok shirt because I'm on top of the world, if you ask me, as a Springbok fan. In other senses of being a fan, I'm not that great. But the Springboks at least have my back.
When it comes to the national teams, yeah, I think we're doing great.
We are.
Speaking of which, there's also more problems, and we're going to get Delucia Daniels to join us in place of one of these two, depending on who fights more here in the next 20 minutes. But we're going to get Delucia Daniels on board. We're going to talk F1, of course. I said the debate around disqualifications, and I very quickly shut down by the fact that it's not a debate and rules are rules. So we're going to just talk a little bit about what the permutations are now leading into the last two races of Formula 1. So make sure you stay tuned for that. But let's dive straight into it. Okay, so we're not going to touch too much on the Springboks. Dominant performance against the Irish.
Yeah.
I mean, I thought the ref was very harsh. I honestly think Sasha should have got a red card.
No.
And so...
I don't think Sasha could have gotten a red card. I mean, that's a bit extreme.
Well, I think he should have gotten a yellow and then the TMO would have then adjudicated it to be a red, in my personal opinion.
Okay, you are very harsh there. I think he did a very good job. A lot of cards were given in that game. Just like I think the card that we can debate about is the one for celebration. I think the telling players not to celebrate. Because that's something that's quite interesting. But I suppose because he wanted to keep a handle on what was happening. So if I see it from his perspective, we are not hearing everything that's happening. So maybe more things were being said than what the mics were picking up.
Yeah.
And so maybe he was just trying to make sure that things remain civil.
Yeah.
So I will give that to him.
But you don't think Sasha should have got a yellow? Not even a yellow.
Maybe a yellow, but I definitely don't think a red. I mean, because then if he had been given a red card, we would have been sitting here debating about that red card.
Yes, and I think we should debate those things because I, in my opinion, think the ref was. It's very easy
But
for us when we win to go.
you said that about Franco Mostert as well. That it should have been
a
what it
yellow.
was.
I think Franco should have been a yellow, and then it should have been judged to have potentially been a red.
You fully understood why that was a permanent red, and I'm so glad it was overturned.
I think Sasha's is worse than Franco's, to be brutally honest. He doesn't use his arms whatsoever. He flies in there like this, and he makes contact to the midsection.
Look, I was
Okay,
surprised.
so maybe he got lucky.
I was surprised given how freely the ref was handing out cards.
Yeah, thank you very
That
much.
he didn't get a yellow at least.
So last week, this is the
looking-
consistency we was talking about.
yeah, we want
Based on all
consistency.
the other decisions,
Yes.
in rugby, the way we've gone, 2 or 3 years ago, would I have said that Sasha's is a red card? By no means. I probably would have given, even 2 or 3 years ago, Sasha's tackle would probably have been a yellow.
Yeah.
Now we go to the complete other extreme and don't even give the Oak a card, we give him a warning. But there's surely a clear sign of no arms, shoulder. Yes, mitigating factors. He's being tackled by another player. He's falling to the
Yes.
ground. I get all those mitigating factors, right?
But they're there for a reason.
But yes, 100% they're there for a reason. But based on what we've seen over the last, just this international window, 4 weeks, how is that not even a card? You can't tell me that's not a card then, based on the decisions you've seen.
I understand what you are saying now. Given the other decisions that have been made in previous games, I do understand what you're saying. Where's the consistency? Because then can we go back and say, then that shouldn't have been a card?
And that's all I'm asking for.
Yeah,
Is just
okay.
give us consistency in the refereeing. And why are the rules there? The rules are there for the safety of the players. There's no other reason. You can't put your shoulder to the Oak's chin because you probably knock him out. That is for a safety reason. And if it's a safety thing, then make the decisions based on the safety of the players.
Yeah.
Yes, by no means. Sasha, that tackle, he gets up, he walks away. Same with Lothar Jager's tackle, the same with Franco Mostert's tackle. But there's just no consistency. Anyway, we can talk about it at length. The Springboks, their performance,
Great.
unbelievable.
The bogey is off the back or whatever,
Correct.
because that was the team that we couldn't beat, and they were coming in there with that kind of confidence. But you know what? I think that this was a setback for Ireland, really, after the onslaught. And a lot of people, I heard people complaining on social media, there should have been more points. You know what? I don't think the Springboks were even worried about the points. They were more concerned about dominating, and they did.
Well, what the reality is? Yes, 14 men for, 70 minutes or something is massive. I think they got 6 yellow cards. What's that? Yeah, 60 minutes plus. Yeah, I get it. But it's also not a bad Irish side. Because you play against 14 men, Manchester United fans will tell you, so you play against 10 men, it doesn't mean you're going to just walk over the, you know what I mean?
And the Springboks will tell you that as well.
Correct. And so, exactly that. I think
A
good
strong
performance.
team.
I'll be interested to see where they go now this week, though, against Wales, because what do you do? Who's available, who's not available? That hasn't finally been decided exactly yet, although I see the likes of Mani Liebok, Ergers Snyman might be available. And then we do lose 1 or 2 others. So, very interesting to see where it goes. Unfortunately, we don't have the team yet. We're recording on a Tuesday afternoon. So, unfortunately, we can't, we don't have the team at our disposal. But where would you go, Adrian, in terms of team selection this week?
Oh, I did. Again, all respect to Wales.
Because you're a man that didn't like change in the beginning.
Yeah, I didn't, but I'm enjoying how well, even when we rotate, we can still play.
Yeah.
Yes.
So I think especially against a Welsh side, which is not very strong at the moment, this would be a golden opportunity to play some players who will be available. I do think Russia's hand will be forced slightly because this falls outside of the test window.
Yeah.
There are some players who we just can't select. So it might just be a thing of we'll play whoever actually we can play at this point.
The big
I
question
agree
for
with
me.
you.
Big
Yeah.
question for me. Who do you start at fly half?
Fly half.
Who's your 9-10 combination? I think that's like...
Against Wales.
Yeah, where would your 90? Because think about it. Pollard started. Sasha started. Marnie hasn't started.
Yeah.
Maybe.
I would like to see
yeah.
Marnie starting.
Me too.
And who? Him and Grant Williams?
Yeah, 100%.
Would you go that route?
That would be
Or
that would be
Mornay?
good. I would like Ron Williams, Mani Liebok starters. You can put Mornay van den Berg on the bench with Pollard. I think Sasha's played. He's played very well this whole
Yes.
tour. He can take a rest now.
Although Morgan probably has a lot to say about that in his past match. He's going to say, I already know. He didn't have his best game. He didn't. Missing kicks. But you know what? Their kicker also didn't have a great game.
No, the thing is, I was thinking about that session performance, and like, I think, where he shot himself in the foot, and I mean this in a nice way, is his performances have been so good that if it's not unbelievable, we now think it's not easy. We think it's bad.
But he's,
do you know what I mean?
I don't.
Like, I think he needs to start finding that consolidation of like, no, we don't want him middle ground, but we just almost like where he's consistently at a certain level. He's been unbelievable in a Springbok jersey over the last, 5 or 6 test matches that he started. So our expectations of him is very, very high. Yeah.
The exciting thing is that he's only going to get better.
Well, we do hope so. I mean, we do hope that he's going to get better.
I definitely think.
It's very hard to be bad again with a Springbok pack like as dominant as that. You know what I mean?
True.
Like he's literally walked into a team where a fly-off's dream is to play behind a pack going forward. Tell any fly-off. I would like to see his game management and his ability when that pack is not dominating, because I think that's where true fly-offs are really come to the fore. Are you able to manage a game without just on the front foot the whole time? Scrums that aren't dominant. Rucks that are more than 3 seconds as opposed to these 2.5 second quick rucks that he's getting at the moment on the front foot, always on the advantage line. So be interesting to see over the next while. But I mean, what team in the world is going to try and take the Springbok back on?
Looking at the Springbok team that we have now, I feel like we're going to go into 2027 being completely dominant. Because, I mean, you talk about a good Irish side, but what depth do they have? What new talent are they bringing in?
I think Rashi's
they
clever.
can't even get past Bowen Fenter.
I think Rashi's more clever than that, but that peaking, we've seen how many times the All Blacks have peaked before World Cups, between World Cups. We haven't done that. We've won back-to-back World Cups, but can we go 3-peat? Be interesting to see. That form is like difficult. You know what I mean?
Also, a quick question: what do you guys think of Malcolm Marx getting Player of the Year?
Yes.
Yeah, good point.
Was that a deserved win?
I mean, I would have gone Peter Step the Toy again, but I think I'm biased because I think the guy's a workhorse and I think he's unbelievable. But
look, he's won it, and sometimes you don't always win that award when it's your best season.
But if one guy deserves to win it 3 times, it probably is Peter Step the Toy. Like he has to rank up there.
Yeah,
like the best we've ever had.
In the modern era, he's definitely one of the probably the best rugby player.
And Malcolm Marx is the first forward to win it since 2001.
Yeah, and the other one was actually, I think it was Keith Wood.
It was
another hooker for Ireland that won it previously. So anyway, we can talk about the Springboks at length. Maybe we'll wrap up the year in when are we wrapping up the year? In 2 weeks time. We'll wrap up the year and we'll talk about the Springboks, their performances, and every other team's performances, most notably Liverpool. I see you wearing a Liverpool shirt there. How's your team doing?
I see people in the background laughing. I don't know why they're laughing.
3-0 loss over the weekend.
To Nottingham Forest. Yes, I saw all the memes. Liverpool getting lost in the forest.
I'm just looking at
12th, I think it is. Adrian, I can pull it up here for you.
Yeah, I get it. The bottom half of the table.
Why is my Facebook like you know when you open your feed on a Friday, right? Normally people are commenting all the time. Like there's a and then your feed changes. Between Friday and Monday morning,
you only saw Liverpool.
No, it never changed because Liverpool people were so quiet. Come Tuesday morning, all of a sudden Liverpool people have found their voice because Man United lost.
I don't think so. Because
most notably, my Instagram.
What are you talking
Tara
about?
was very quiet, and then all of a sudden my DMs is like.
No, that is not true. After Man United loses to Everton, Morgan messages me. So Morgan, it didn't happen the other way.
Oh no, I've got no issues. We take it on the chin.
I can't even remember what you said, but it was
let's talk
definitely
about let's not digress. 3-0 against Nottingham Forest. Unpack it for us. You said they chose the wrong team.
Oh, in our DMs.
That's what you messaged me. I just said the laughing face, and I go, "What happened?" She goes, "We chose the wrong team."
We started. I think that we did start the wrong team. I mean, but
where do they go? Okay.
But professionally here in front of the camera, I will say that I feel like
this is a raw platform. You can be as unprofessional as you like. You can tell us how you really feel.
Arne Slot.
Are you calling for his head as well?
He
must go.
I am not
already
calling.
He must go.
I have seen that. That's true. People are like Slot out. I'm apprehensive about that because I feel like he is an intelligent manager. A lot of people are saying that he won the Premier League with Jurgen Klopp's team, but Klopp didn't win the league with Klopp's team. And with that particular team, and he made tweaks. he did put his stamp on the Liverpool team last season, and we did win the Premier League. So with all jokes aside, Liverpool are Premier League champions. So there's a little bit of room and a little bit of leeway for that experimentation, for him to start Isak, who in 200 games hasn't scored a Premier League goal. We get that. But at some point, he doesn't stop being a world-class player. So it's about him finding form, finding his groove within that setup. I understand Mo Salah being missing, and maybe we won't miss him during AFCON, like you will miss him way more. But you know what?
We didn't ask who we're gonna miss. Why do you feel like you need to? Why do Liverpool people do that?
It's not Liverpool people. I mean, we're talking football here. Let's be honest. AFCON is around the corner, and teams will be missing a few key players.
Do you think Salah needs to get dropped? I saw Rooney came out and said that he thinks Salah should get dropped.
I think it's beneficial to have a player on the bench sometimes. It's beneficial to have players competing for positions. And I would like to see Ekatike starting almost every game, to be honest.
Really?
He has been brilliant. If you talk about great signings, he is a great signing. He hasn't needed any time to find form or find his groove or find his way within the team. I think that he's a great player, and I think that we can expect to see a lot more from him.
Adrian, what do you reckon? What do you reckon's Liverpool's problems, and then counter that with United's problems? I had such high hopes. So the one game that I just sat there going, I made dinner for myself, sat down, went, I'm going to enjoy the first 90 minutes of quality football from Man United.
Yeah, I saw that on your Instagram.
And I'm still waiting. And
then I laughed.
And I'm still waiting.
Especially after we had, I mean, look, we
the red card.
We had a yeah. Let me start with United actually.
Okay.
We had a really good sort of few games heading into that international break, and I was really hoping, because quite a few of our players didn't sort of leave. Quite a few of them stayed at Carrington training with the manager. So you would think that they basically had like a 2-week break to come back and play at their best. Yes. And then we also get the gift of a red card, which firstly was a bit ridiculous.
I thought that was ridiculous. It was against his own player,
but I suppose a red card.
Yeah. Why violent action, hit in the face, was a smack.
Yeah, no, it's definitely a red card.
It's just weird that you do that to your own teammates in the game.
Something.
Do you hear what Moyes came out and said?
No.
What? That he thought he was playing for United.
I like my players fighting. He says it shows passion, drive. That's what you need to win games. And I was like,
listen, I wouldn't argue too much with Moyes, because I mean he's been brilliant coming back with
big
Everton.
Statement to make. But I mean, look, protecting your players as well is one thing. But I mean, they certainly played like a team that like wanted to die for the badge.
Yeah.
So
that's the problem.
There's definitely something there. I mean, yes, it's not the right thing to do. And please, if any kids are watching this, don't ever do that with your teammates or the opposition. But,
don't smack any player.
Correct. But that being said, I mean, they showed a lot of. I mean, the player that he sort of smacked in the face was Keane.
Yeah.
And Keane had a blinder after that. Yes. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. Maybe he needed
But he needed the clap.
Maybe he needed that. He woke up after that.
You never. That's not from me.
The reality is now Liverpool and United are on the same amount of points, 18 points.
You're always coming here comparing. Let's not compare apples with oranges.
I'm just saying.
We're not even done with like the first third of the Premier League season. Okay, so let's calm down.
Fair, but I'm just saying that yes, Liverpool are the champions. United are coming from a space where they've been struggling. They at the beginning of the
struggling since Fergie time.
Okay, maybe so. But the point is, these are two teams that had very different years last year, and we find ourselves in the same place this year. With that being said,
that would be a very good statement to make, Adrian.
This is an improvement for United, and this is an absolute disaster for Liverpool.
I think you're speaking too soon with, this is a disaster. Liverpool are going back to, how they were.
3-0 against Nottingham Forest is not a disaster.
It happens in football. We don't see a lot of 3-0 defeats at Anfield.
I'm still willing to bet that Liverpool will finish below United.
Wow.
I wouldn't take that bet. I would not take that bet. We may have lost 6 games, but you've lost 6 managers.
So you saying Liverpool will not finish below United?
No, don't think so.
Because so you're taking the bet? So then you're taking the bet now?
I will take the bet.
You don't look very confident in your Liverpool shirt.
taking
Please shake live on camera. Eh?
Okay.
We will iron out the.
Okay, yeah, I'm only thinking about the nitty gritty. Okay. Liverpool's definitely
Bet is
finishing
made.
off
It's
well.
not between. Just by the way, the bet is not between the Springboks and Liverpool. The bet is between Manchester United finishing above Liverpool in the league.
Yeah, but
Adrian
the
says it will. Tara says it's never gonna happen.
I don't think that's gonna happen. I mean, like I said, Mbeumo, such a big player for you guys. Oh my goodness, well done on that.
Diallo as well. He's also going to be away.
And now remember, you're going through past Boxing Day, January without those players because of AFCON. So just remember that.
Cunha's also injured now.
Don't you talk to us as if folks. You know, it's because of that Tara's gonna get out of her seat after our misbehavior, and we're gonna ask Lucia Daniels to come in just a couple of minutes. But Tara, before we let you go, because of your bad behavior,
There's Champions League this week.
Yes, that's what I wanted to touch on. There's Champions League this
PSV
week.
Eindhoven.
Who are you guys playing against?
PSV Eindhoven.
And a home or away? Preferably away, because you have no fans.
Home.
Home. Hey, what are your thoughts? How do you feel you guys?
No, I think we should take the win
You
there.
should. No, you should. You guys should take the win. You guys haven't been terrible.
Your confidence levels have dropped.
No, listen, I think that they should take the win, but then we're facing in the Premier League is it West Ham. In West Ham, we have Sunderland, we have Leeds coming up. I mean, this has been a very tough Premier League season. The teams that we view as being lower teams have been playing very, very well. And I mean, I know you will experience that as well in the league. But I think let's talk about
Adrian's special expressions on the show today has been second to none.
Man City. But this has been such a crucial weekend. Man City losing to Newcastle.
Yeah, big. That was big.
That was big, with Arsenal coming away with that victory despite Michael Oliver. In fact, Michael Oliver was working in their favour. Arsenal winning that North London derby versus Tottenham.
Is this going to be Arsenal's year?
It seems it's
Well,
Arsenal
guys,
to
this
lose.
is the thing, right?
Watching Arsenal
If
play.
they don't, I'll tell you what. If Arsenal don't do it this year, then they're never gonna do it because
I agree.
everyone is faltering.
I agree.
No one else wants
And
it. at this point.
Arteta said that he had a plan. We were like, what's the next phase? The next phase? The next phase? And finally, could this be his plan coming together? And we just needed to be patient.
Yeah.
I don't want it to be, but it might just be because literally no one else.
Nobody
wants
wants.
to win it.
Nobody.
No one wants to
In
win
fact, I've heard Arsenal supporters saying it's the treble this season.
Okay, let's just.
Okay, you see, when Arsenal supporters start going down that road, that's when I say pump your brakes.
They are
Let's
close
just
to
do
the
baby
top
steps.
of the Champions League table
They
currently.
are top.
They are top, eh?
Joint points, but the goal
And they're playing
difference-
Bayern this.
I will stick my neck out and say the
This
chances
week.
of Arsenal winning a treble is wow. I don't know.
Okay,
It's as
I'm with you on
far-fetched
that.
as-
I'm with you on that because I do feel that Arteta would sacrifice other tournaments for the Premier League.
It's as far-fetched as Wales winning the World Cup.
Sure.
I mean, shame.
Would you say? Would you agree?
100%.
I'm sorry, but this
Actually,
is
no,
such
no,
a
no.
good
For all the Wales
Arsenal.
supporters, I do
This is
apologise.
such a good Arsenal
Yeah,
team, though. This is a
Arsenal-
very
yeah.
good. Defensively, they're doing the basics right. They have star players, and they are winning without their captain. They are winning.
I mean, they just lost Gabriel as well now.
Yes.
In their defense.
Exactly, and they scored a goal without a set piece because I mean, obviously, without Big Gabby, they're not scoring set piece goals.
What are you most looking forward to this weekend? Who you guys got after the Champions League? Obviously, this is out on Thursday night. So, who you got this weekend?
I think it's West Ham.
Yo, I don't even know at this point.
It's West Ham. We're speaking so early in the week here, but
I
I'm pretty
know.
sure we're facing West Ham.
Anyway, well, thank you so much for joining us again, Tara Lee. I mean, without a doubt, Tara,
I
we
wish
had
I
to
could-
bring her in, and I didn't say she must wear the Liverpool shirt. That was completely her own decision.
I
Just
wish
by
I
the
could
way.
say it was a pleasure, but
Wasn't
you know.
it?
No, I felt like I was completely ridiculed by you and Adrian. You were unable to listen to reason.
To reason.
Adrian's coming up with permutations that somehow puts Man United at the top of the table. I think
It's just gonna
the
happen.
last time we had this conversation, he was saying if we take away late goals and we take away set pieces, then Man United would be at the top. Why are you taking away that?
Listen,
Next, you're going to take away offsides.
I can't believe you came here with a Liverpool shirt. I mean, that just set the tone for the. That's why I told you guys the debate was going to be hot because you came here with a Liverpool shirt. Are you going to walk out of studio and in the public eye with a?
I've been walking. It's so hot in Cape Town, but
I
I'm
know,
wearing
it's
a long.
literally- it is 35-degree weather. Dara is still
I'm wearing a long sleeve shirt.
Dara, we have to.
Well, there you have it, folks. One of she's my absolute favorite, what do we call each other? Co-hosts of this play-by-play off-air online. Tara Lee, such a staunch Liverpool supporter, and I won't say anything more about Liverpool because she's now changed seats with the Lucia Daniels, and I promise that I won't. I'll always give her the chance to defend herself. Liverpool not doing that badly. I still believe United will finish above them. There is a bit of trouble. In camp, but we move on. We live and we learn. Adrian, we'll move on. But firstly, before I talk to Adrian again, the Lucia Daniels, good evening.
Hello, guys. It's nice to be here on the side.
You very quickly shut me down a little earlier when I said to you the debate about the disqualifications. Not a debate.
No, it's not a controversial decision. It's a rule. It happened
Explain
before.
the rule to me
Yeah,
quickly.
what was it? What was the
Exactly what is tire degradation?
Oh, no, let's just stop there.
Oh, what is it?
Okay, so basically what happened was, so the top 10 cars all go for scrutiny afterwards to make sure that you have enough fuel in the car. You have to have a certain weight requirement, and also you have something called a skid block. We also can call it a plank.
Isn't this what the wear and tear of the tires?
No, it's got nothing to do with that. So
Okay, well, what do I know?
let me do it in like really simple layman's terms. Okay, there is a block. Think of it as a ruler that has a certain amount that you have to have in thickness.
Okay.
In Formula One, it is 9 millimeters. So very small margins. In essence, it controls how low your car is to the ground. So in Formula One, the lower your car is to the ground, the more downforce you have. The more downforce you have, the more grip you have, and therefore you have a better lap time, which means that you will then have an advantage over your other team members if that is the case. So when you ride your car low to the ground, that's why you see sparks, because it's constantly hitting the tarmac all the time. And that again shaves it away. There has to be a certain amount that you are going to obviously have, that 9 millimeters. When they took the McLarens in and they checked it, they were like, hold on a second. This is under the legal requirement. So with Lando Norris' car, in 2 different points, it was under 9. So he was at the mid-high.
What do you mean 2 different times?
2 different places, sorry.
On the car, okay.
So where the plank is, there were 2 different spots where Lando's was under. So his was, I think, 8.8 millimeters and 8.9. So it's very marginal. 0.12 and 0.11, I think it was. And then with Oscar, it was way more. So his was like 8.2. And so it's very marginal, but it makes a huge difference in the car. And
in the pace of the car.
yes. So originally when we heard the radio messages, we were like, oh my gosh, are they running out of fuel? Because let's wind it back a little bit to the beginning of the season. In March, it happened to Lewis Hamilton, where he also was, his skid block was under the legal requirement. He got disqualified from the race. Nico Hulkenberg in Bahrain happened to him. Charles Leclerc, on the other hand, also got disqualified earlier this year because his car was underweight. So when this event happens and we're seeing, oh, well, the McLarens are being investigated, they could be disqualified, it's either one of the 2 options. Either your car is underweight or you have a skid block that is far
And either way,
too
you've been
low.
disqualified for
Either
those.
way, that is the rule. There is no argument. McLaren went and said, look, there were 3 reasons why they said that this will happen. They said there was a limited amount of time to practice because they had the red flag in practice 2 because of
Oh,
the
is this what
rain.
they've now come out and said
Yes.
in defense of what happened?
Yes. They said they weren't trying to do anything intentionally. It just kind of happened. And they'd also brought a whole bunch of upgrades to their car because in the past, they've done absolutely horribly at Las Vegas. So they thought, okay, let's try and fix
I want
it.
to ask you this. In your opinion, is it... I'm going to stick my neck out, Jim. Is it blatant cheating?
No, because you're not trying to do anything maliciously.
But I mean, you're saying...
You can't control that.
You can't control the weight of your car, though.
Yeah,
You can't
Your
necessarily control the
fuel-
wear and tear of what you're explaining.
yeah. So there are ways that you can cheat the system. There's always a way you can cheat the system. But when it comes down
So
to
you wouldn't
being
say that this
cheated-
is the case with McLaren?
Not at all. I don't think they were doing anything intentionally. I just think it was the fact that they brought up all these new upgrades. They tried something different for this weekend. They did run their car lower than what they normally do to try and compensate for the pace. Because also the night races are a lot different to day races. And you have to try and compromise at some point. And they tried something different. It did actually help because Lando and Oscar both had good races. But at the end of the day, they did suffer tremendously because they were both disqualified. The problem now is that the championship has changed completely. Going into the second half of the season, Verstappen was over 100 points behind Piastri, who was then leading the championship. Since then, Verstappen has won a myriad of races. Norris as well has been so consistent in where he's been since the Dutch Grand Prix onwards. we're now seeing Norris on top, but only by 24 points because Oscar and Max Verstappen are now level on points. The only reason Oscar is above Verstappen is because he won one more race.
Where are you going with this?
It means for the final 2 races in Qatar this weekend, plus a sprint race, and then the following weekend in Abu Dhabi,
55 points up for grabs, right?
58 points in total
58.
up for grabs. It's anyone's game, but Lando Norris needs to walk away this weekend being 2 points ahead of both Piastri and Verstappen in order to clinch the title. So it can happen this weekend coming. He can then be the champion.
Is it going to happen in your opinion?
Do you know what? I'm quite hopeful that it's going to happen. I'm a huge Lando Norris fan, but at the same time...
Lie. You're Verstappen all the way, aren't you?
No.
No, sorry. No, you have been.
Ben,
No, sorry.
can
You
you
haven't. No.
stop it?
That's somebody else that I debate Formula One with. I know nothing about Formula One. I'm a Lewis Hamilton fan. What do I know?
And he's just having the worst time at the moment.
Yeah, I
He's
know.
having
Listen,
the worst time.
don't you notice I don't want to talk about
I
it?
will say, though, he was the last British Formula One driver who won the world title with McLaren, and that was in 2008. So there's some hope that this will maybe be Lando's chance to do that. But at the same time, let's also take you back to 2010. Sebastian Vettel was fighting for his second title. In the midst of all that going on, we had, at that point, it was Fernando Alonso who was leading. Mark Webber, Lewis Hamilton, then Vettel was 25 points behind everybody else. They go into the final race. Who ends up winning the title? By 1 point on the final race, Vettel. If history repeats itself, Verstappen will then be the one to do that in Abu Dhabi. Should all go well. But
Where do you, be honest, with your vast knowledge of Formula One,
yeah,
what does the driver championship look like at the end of the year?
Lando Norris is going to win. Lando is going to win. And I said it at the beginning of the season. I have a rule. Once I say something, I cannot change it. It's unfair. I adore Max Verstappen. I think he is the driver of the season for me. To have the comeback that he's had, with the car that he's had, amidst all the drama with Red Bull, he's had an outstanding season. It's not dominant on track, but how he's been able to maneuver the car has been great.
That's, you know what, I'm not a Max Verstappen fan at all. But I can tell you what, based on the car that he had at the beginning of the year and what he's done, and he's like gone about his business fairly, like almost quietly, you know.
Yes.
When he was leading the championship and he wasn't getting his way, he acts like a little bit of a child sometimes, and I'm not a big fan of that. But didn't come in with the fastest car, had a bit of trouble in the beginning, went about his business, worked on his trade, did his thing, and now he's reaping the rewards of it. So I mean, you've got to give them credit for that.
It's funny that like last race week he said, "Yeah, I'm actually out of the race now. Like I'm not in it anymore. There's no way I can win." And now you really could win.
The beauty of
You've got 30 seconds.
The beauty of where Verstappen is now is that he's got nothing to lose because he's still going to be the top 3 at the end of the year.
Sure.
And regardless of what happens, he's still a 4-time world champion. It's just a matter of, can he continue to do this for the next 2 races and a sprint race in between?
And he is at Red Bull next year, right?
He's at Red Bull next year. But remember, they've got a brand new engine coming in.
Yes, that's a whole
Ford
different
is coming
ballgame,
in.
yeah.
We've got the powertrains of Red Bull. The first time we're going to be seeing them being used on the cars. So a lot that we're going to get into for next season. But for now, I really do think Lando Norris is going to win.
We're going to get the Lucia Daniels back. We're going to talk next season because we have touched on it a little bit here and there. But the changes that are coming next season is going to be absolutely wild. And as much as I love Formula One, I still need a little bit of a lesson with regards to exactly what's happening in Formula One next year. So before the end of the season or our season finale, we're going to get the Lucia back and we're going to check everything Formula One. Thank you so much, Dean.
Thank you for having me, guys. Always happy to be here.
Adrian, what you guys looking forward to this weekend? Box Wales? Not really? Or
No, I mean that'll be fun if they play like a different team.
yeah.
He's using it as an experimental game.
Yeah. That's kind of.
So what does your sporting weekend look like?
He's watching Formula One.
Are you watching Formula One?
Yes.
You
As
have
that-
to.
100%.
You
I
have
think
to.
that's the most exciting thing this weekend, right? It has to be.
Yeah.
Morgan,
that's the
come
deal.
to this
Also,
side.
the sevens are starting. It will be nice to see.
Yes,
how-
the buy sevens.
Yeah.
Yeah, nice to
Our
see how the
Blitzbox team looks
Blitzbox-
pretty impressive.
Yeah, I want to see. Hopefully they do well so that they can do well in Cape Town. And I can see them win.
We didn't even touch on that, folks. Oh.
Yeah, don't worry, we'll talk about it next week.
Okay, so sevens. I think maybe you're right.
Sevens.
Between sevens and Formula One, I think I'll be most excited.
Should be a good weekend.
And then it comes to Cape Town the following
Exactly,
week, right?
following weekend, yeah.
So that should be fun as well.
100%. We will
There you have it, folks. What's that? 35 minutes of talking all things sport. Tara Lee unpacking her Liverpool. The Lucia Daniels unpacking Formula One. There is nobody better to talk Formula One than Lucia Daniels. Let me tell you that. And then, of course, Adrian making sure that the ladies stay in check and keeping me in check. And I'll get a full rundown of exactly my performance on this show today at the end of it when Adrian sends me that long message about you should have done this and you didn't do this and you will do this and next week you will do this. So I appreciate Adrian every single week. That's a wrap, folks. We'll catch you again next week. Same time, same place. Hold on. Tara, come join us. And
Come
wave
to
at the
us,
camera.
Tara. I just
Good. Put your head in the camera. Bye, everybody.
Bye.